Hello viewers, it's Super GT here. Welcome to the mini challenge. So this is the first proper round of the championship. I've brought you some action already in these cars around this track around about a week ago, but this is some actual proper racing. Last time it was just a bit of a muck about, some practice. So what you're seeing on the screen right now is my best lap for qualifying. Now, I qualified in the advanced lobby. There are three lobbies: pro, advanced and amateur. So I'm in the middle lobby. I'm just missed out on the top one, but the top lobby is full of top names. We're talking the likes of Creaviator, Rossi, Type R, you know, these top drivers. Actually, F4H Racers actually did so well to come out on top in that lobby. But I'm in B lobby, and there's still some very good drivers in here as well. So we can look forward to a very close season. Qualifying in 6th at this moment here. But then once everyone had finished their laps, I was eventually 7th on the grid, as we can see there. So race number 1 then, we're going to go through these fairly quickly. Starting 7th then, where we qualified. And coming into the first corner, this is Brands Hatch Indy, so it's the short circuit, 14 laps, 1 compulsory quick stop. It's going to be fast and furious. We do have that quick stop though to alternate our strategy compared to other people. Into Druids then, second corner of the circuit, uphill, contact up ahead. That's Quattro though into the lead. Lots of cars off, and I'm through. Up the inside, 3 abreast, coming downhill into turn number 3, and then fully expecting Jeweler DT there to reappear on our left hand side, and he does. Comes through into 2nd, but we've consolidated a decent 3rd place here. We made contact with Jeweler DT, get contact from behind as well, but we are now solidly into 3rd place. So starting 7th and ending lap 1 in 3rd place, so not bad as it goes so far. GTR Blaze on our tail here. And then coming into the first turn, actually hooking up quite nicely there, and hooking up the apex, getting decent power out. But then moving forward, we are going to go to lap number 3, right on the tail of Jeweler DT, and then he's going to go a little bit onto the curb, and it's going to put him wide for the final turn. Bit of contact through the apex, but I am through then into 2nd place. I felt as though I was just that tiny bit quicker. Perhaps he was making a couple of mistakes, and that just let me in there, as he just made a little bit of an error going a bit wide into the final turn. Let's see how we manage keeping the pressure as we go through turn 1. We see that Jeweler DC went actually a little bit wide there, so that gives us a bit of breathing space as we go back up the hill. So then on lap number 8, I felt as though I was kind of reeling in Quattro a tiny bit. He did well to establish quite a big lead, and then I followed him into the pit lane, coming out just behind. And then the gap kind of stayed the same. If anything, he pulled away a tiny bit. There was no real pressure from behind. We had a bit of a margin. And then come across the line in 2nd. Oh my god, look at that. He actually went for an amazing 540 move there off the wall. And I went underneath him. There are the results. Quattro finishing 1st, myself in 2nd. This is race number 2. Reverse grid based on lap times. So I happen to be 16th out of 17 for the reverse grid, getting the 2nd best lap time there. So let's see what we can do from near enough the back of the pack. Around turn 1, bit of contact with Pocoyo, someone off on the side, so we've gained one, another one there as well. Looking up the inside then, just try to be very clean if possible and avoid all the carnage. One guy off to the left, so we gained 1 position there. Wasn't quite able to make the most of it. I wasn't really brave enough, I guess, and another guy wide, 2 quite slow there. So we're gaining positions here just by kind of just keeping myself nice and tidy and making the most of other people's errors. Looking up the inside of LeChuck, not quite able to get past though. And then as we round out lap number 1, felt like going for an alternative strategy by smashing those tyres out of the way and going for my pit stop early. So this means I come out in clean air, turns it into a bit of a hot lapping session. So while everyone else is around about half a lap ahead, I can just set some clean laps on my own. And then on lap number 5, this is going to be the most retarded thing I've ever seen in Forza 6. Coming up the hill then, behind a VBR outsider, up the inside, and then my car just it's like it's on drugs, and then it kind of just gets stuck on his. Not sure what the hell happened there. That's the most retarded thing I've ever seen in Forza 6. I was turning right the whole time, I can tell you, and my car just simply did not want to turn. Very strange behaviour from my car there, but no worries. As we come through, we are going to go for a bit of a corner cut, shall we say, a little bit wide through the apex of 5, but they're coming through turn 6. We are in 12th place, just trying to reel in a couple more positions. Hopefully once people pit, I'll gain a couple. By the end of the race then, lap number 12, let's see what we can do with 1 lap remaining. GTR Tisky, a bit of contact there, so I'm through into 8th. Let's not forget that I started in 16th out of 17. One guy seems to have quit. LeChuck there over these monstrous curbs. Luckily he didn't get flipped over as if he was in Robot Wars. Through the apex of 3. He's got a decent line, a little bit wide though, coming back. He's on the back foot, I'm definitely gaining here. Into turn number 4. He's just going to catch the curbs so slightly. I'm around the outside, but then I'm a little bit deep, just like your mum said last night, but I've just managed to keep the position. And we are going to come through to finish 7th at the end of this 12-lap race at Brands Hatch Indy. The race won there by GTR Blaze, doing well to win the race. And knocking some bollards onto the track. Thank you very much for that. There are the results then. So as I said, Blaze with the victory, myself in 7th, wasn't quite able to get my 6th place. Race number 3 then, we come to the final race of the day. It is the random grid, and it hasn't been too kind. I've been put to the back of the grid, 17th out of 18, so we've got it all to do once again. Quite a lot of cars ahead of us to try and get past, and well, Lucky Sod here is not going to be a lucky sod at all, because I'm just going to completely abuse him, push him off. And well, it's just going to put us both to the back, which is not ideal. Not really the way you want to start a race. So we're going to come downhill then and try to make the most of other people's mistakes once again. And there's one of them, 2 guys off onto the never-ending hill at the bottom there of turn 3. So then hitting the apex of, well, that was more than hitting the apex. That was hitting the grass as well. On the final turn, a couple of guys wide, and we've gained 3 positions there, and we're going to look to gain another one, the 4th one, as we come up into turn number 1, up into 12th already. Big Boss on the left hand side, not quite alongside, but I do have the inside here, so we can go for a late lunge, and we've done it, just trying to avoid that curb at all costs to avoid an accident, and then we've done it, just forcing him wide, and then we've got past Slash Crasher there, up into a top 10 position. So given that we started 17th, 10th already on lap 2 is not too bad. It's a 10-lap race, so a shorter race. The races get progressively shorter through the night, and that gives us less time to try to get through the pack. We've already got a bit of a gap between ourselves and the guy ahead, so we've got a lot of work to do. Having to resort to go over the grass again, that's completely wide and vulnerable into the last turn. But Slash Crasher not going for the move at the end of lap 2. Another guy off ahead. So we're going to go up into 9th position then. So a decent start, halfway up the pack now. I'm going to move to lap number 4. I really wasn't driving that well in this race at all. Slash Crasher decided to go for a move, getting a bit impatient with me as I was driving a little bit erratically. Then coming downhill through the left of 3, we make contact through the apex. And I'm just going to slot in ahead before we go into the left of 4. The curb is treating me nicely that time, and that's a bit of a better line, still slightly over the white lines, but let's not forget that I am a dirty noob. So then we move to the end of the race, lap number 9, or the end of lap number 9, just one more lap left to go. Now, for those of you who haven't seen the coverage of this this mini-series, I will link the website in the description below where you can see all the information. And also I'll link you to the YMTV guys who do an amazing job of their commentary of the Pro Lobby and other series as well. So the ORL they do as well. Plenty of racing they do. They commentate, they spectate the races basically and go through with their amazing commentary. So definitely check them out on Twitch. They're well worth a watch. And on YouTube as well. They put their coverage onto here. So I'll link them in the description below. But then back to the action here. We have our 6th place just ahead of us here. It's within reach. Is LeChuck going to repeat his mistake of the previous race as we come into the final corners of the race. I'm putting him under pressure. Super GT effect could happen here, but it's not quite going to materialise for me. So as we round out the lap, we are going to finish in 7th once again, but let's not forget we did start the back, so 2 7ths from the back of the pack, not too bad. We crossed the line there to round out the race and the round, so not too bad overall. Next round is Hockenheim, so that's coming up very soon. It's a 6-round championship, and there are the results of that race. VBR Outsider doing well to win the race. And before we go, we're going to take a quick look at the standings. Quattro doing well to round out the round in first place. Blaze in 2nd, myself in 5th, not in 6th this time. That is taken by Jula DT. So we are going to be looking to try and get a bit higher than that. But it's looking very close, and it's going to be a very close championship, I'd imagine. But that brings a close to this video. Please do check out more mini challenge races coming up very soon on the channel. Check out YMTV as well, definitely worth checking them out because they are very good at what they do. So thank you very much for watching this one, guys. Do hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe if you'd like to see more of the same. So I hope to see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.